Sandra Dacha is literally the life of every celebrity event. Hello and welcome back to Mutembe TV. This is our entertainment segment. And kidogo, let us dive into this lady. She's an amazing actress and I think she's an amazing friend as well. Now we know her as an actress, but beyond that, tumekuwa tukimwona kwenye sherehe, kwenye pia, various events za celebrities. Now sometimes we say, oh, how do you expect to have celebrities in your event? Or, such things like weddings need to be private. But sometimes we don't consider that we hang out with people in our circle. Like at Awewe, you'll find that maybe your group of friends are the people you work with, maybe people in your office, or hata kama unafanya kazi pale kwa soko ama pale kwa boda boda, wherever you are, these are the people you often interact with. And most likely, your friends will come from these groups. We see the same in schools. This is how it is, right? And what do we expect with entertainers? Like I expect to see charisma with Heart the Band. I expect to see charisma with Ben Soul. I expect to see them because I know these are artists, they vibe, they work so much together, and it's common to see them, enjoy together, maybe invite each other to their events, because quite recently we had Motoria having his traditional ceremony, and these were some of the people who attended, akina Charisma, akina Nani, and that's because they simply are friends because they have a few things in common. And so is the same with actors and whatnot. And especially in the entertainment field, you find, Sandra Dacha anajuana na Miss Winnie, anajuana na kina Bolo, anajuana pia na Prince Indah, pia anajua wife wake. Maybe even before some of us even knew about Prince Indah's wife, Sandra Dacha had already met her. So let's not get surprised when we see her in these events. But let's talk about how she's always showing up for everybody. Like I remember the first time I was seeing Sandra Dacha at an event. It was a very sad event, but I remember it was one of these cast at a show. Sikumbuki ilikuwa show gani, and unfortunately I don't remember the name either. But I remember a funeral was being arranged and she was part of the people who were at the forefront. I also remember when Mora Nyaboke lost her daughter, may her soul rest in peace. Sandra Dacha was one of the people who was close to her, holding her down. And even in these other events like weddings and traditional ceremonies, she's also been at the forefront. And now people have noticed it, like with the fact that alikuwa kwa arusi ya Prince Indah and she was the vibes and everything, and she was just there recording people, taking their photos, enjoying the moment, and just bringing the vibe. Now people notice this. Of course, we've had the haters, kina Nyako akisema, oh, why must she always be there? But others are choosing to let go of all the negativity and focus on the gem that she is. She literally brings the party. She's literally always there. Like, wouldn't you want a friend like Sandra Dacha who will show up for you when you need her? Because wedding ceremonies are also not easy to plan. I'm pretty sure she had a hand in helping planning that ceremony. So of course you need someone like Sandra Dacha in your life, and this is something I've seen people on TikTok. In fact, when Nyako alikuwa busy anateta, most of the comments are actually defending Sandra Dacha. For instance, somebody says imagine kuna siku utamuhitaji, be humble, wacha kelele, Nyako funga mdomo. Now this was somebody telling Nyako, even you'd need a Sandra Dacha in your life. Somebody else says, I need Sandra in my life. I need a Sandra Dacha in my life. Wachana na Sandra Dacha, please. There is someone else calling out Nyako. Mwingine anasema, somebody says, what is wrong with that, So I think it's a beautiful thing. And kila mtu huko na gift yake, by the way. Unapatanga, even in your group of friends, there's that someone who maybe hata kupea pesa, but they'll help you with like your projects or whatnot. There's someone who won't like partner in business with you, but they will be there for you when you're crying and whatnot. So let's know people and their different gifts or the different ways in which they are gifted. And I always believe in as much as we uncover or expose these celebrities, let's also give credit where it's due, and let's give people their flowers. So the purpose of this video is literally to do exactly that. Give Sandra Dacha her flowers, and you can join me in doing that in the comments. Maybe tell us what you love about her, what you think about her, and how she shows up for these different people, and of course show her some love hapo kwenye comment section. And then let's catch up in the next video, because as you know, uhondo huanga haikosi.